we need to out and we should be good to go. Okay, I hope we're good to go. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the author, Andrew Snorton, and you are joining me for the Fast 15. Normally, we do this every Wednesday. Now, when we're able to do it during the day, it's a little bit after 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. At night, because sometimes, like some of the days, we actually have some moving parts that are going on, so we're not able to do it at our usual time a little bit after 1 o'clock. I normally do it a little bit after 10, but with technology cooperating, figured I'd hop on just a couple minutes earlier to go ahead and do our midweek checkup, check-in, just speak to a topic or two, and then close out on an encouraging note. The best way is to stay connected with me on Facebook. If you add the author page, author Andrew Snorton, just go ahead and add, like, share, all that good stuff. For those of you on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, you can add AuthorASnorton. Same type of deal. Add, like, share, stay connected, all those types of things. If you have requests for autographed copies of any of the books, speaking engagements, things along those lines, you can always email me at authorasnorton@gmail.com. And again, it's our time just to kind of pause and slow down the moving parts and hopefully touch base on a couple of things that might be of concern, but also try to see what we can do to positively pivot and turn the page in a productive manner. As we always do, beginning of each time that we have our chat, we always want to start off with words of encouragement. We know the holidays are here. I hope everyone is coming off of a good holiday week and weekend, but I know at times the holidays can be a challenge for people, whether it's because you're getting used to that person who's no longer with us physically, to, stress on the job. There might be stress within your family, or things along those lines. Like sometimes the holidays are not great for people. So if that sounds like you, or just anyone that's feeling a little bit bugged out, disappointed, angry, hurting, frustrated, you have every right to feel that way, but you have a bigger right not to stay stuck there, because we know the longer that you stay stuck in a negative situation, it's going to surface and it's going to show up. And a lot of times it's not only just going to damage you, but damage other people. Just here in Atlanta, I can think of what happened this past Saturday at Atlantic Station. And to date, there's 2 young people, the ages of 12 and 15, who are no longer with us. So those holidays are going to look different for those families, those communities, things along those lines. And I know there's a lot of questions going on with that, and we'll touch base on that a little bit later. But we know in a number of situations, there are some really, disappointing, frustrating, dismaying things that are taking place. And it can be tough. It can be tough. And we're all going to have our responses. We're all going to have our moments, regarding that. But we owe it to ourselves to do what we can to pause, decompress, and how can we constructively pivot? How can we go about things a little bit differently? How do we move differently? How do we operate differently? What do we do to kind of help uplift and encourage the positive things that are going on, to provide balance for the negatives that are going on? And that leads to something I always say: there are a number of good things taking place. There are people who are recovering from health issues that weren't expected to. There are people who learn something new that's helping them grow professionally or personally. There are people who are getting the courage to go ahead and hit the live button when they normally wouldn't. There are people who are doing, their chats, their shows, whatever, business-wise, community-wise. There's a number of people that are doing well, and we have to celebrate and encourage that, because it shows that there is the capacity out there for something constructive. So for anyone out there that's enjoying success, however small or big you think it is, it's success, and you still enjoy it. You feed off the positives and the energy that comes from it. But let's not forget our brethren who are not doing as well. And we know, like I said before, the holidays can be a spike. So those are our opening. And before we get to our topic for the day, I want to give a shout out to people joining me on Instagram. Lord Infinite _DJ Agony, one of the best DJs, one of the best people around. I know we're overdue and catching up, but y'all make sure to connect with him. Just a good guy, solid DJ, solid presence. He does his 30-minute talks, so you make sure to check him out. Author Tori Lynn, good to see you. I hope you are doing well. We're excited about whatever work you've got coming up, taking place. So hey, hit me up. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. We've also got Joe Bay, and apologize if I mispronounce this, Joe Bay, Bijo joining. Hey, thanks. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're coming off a good holiday. And we've got King Flash TV. And I tell you what, known this brother for a minute, guys, when it comes to what he's doing in regards to tech, gaming, all that type of stuff, this is a hot young brother in a good way. He's doing really, really good work. Make sure to check out the great work that King Flash TV is doing. So the topic or passage we're going to pull from is from the new book, Quotes and Notes. This is for the IG folks right here. For the everybody else, I know it's a little bit blurry, but we'll just make do. And Quotes and Notes is the newest book, where it's basically an organization of original thoughts by yours truly. And it's not me just coming down from the mountain, dropping knowledge. I mean, that's part of it. But the bigger thing is challenging the reader and just challenging the author. How can we pause, think, revisit, do things a little bit differently? How can we continue to connect with who we are and whose we are? So the passage I'm going to read today, I hope is something that will speak, to you and hopefully speak to somebody else out here. And here it goes. The size of your platform is important, but what's more important is understanding you have one. Use it accordingly, and you never know what impact you can make. I'm gonna run that back one more time if you didn't catch it. The size of your platform is important, but what's most important is understanding you have one. Use it accordingly, and you never know what impact you can make. And we've all heard the adage, it just takes one, but I tell you what, a lot of times that's what it takes. It takes one person having that creative thought or idea. It's that one person that says, I'm going to face up to the things that have slowed me down, or I'm going to look at going about things differently. I'm going to break away from the crowd because the crowd I'm following isn't helping me get to where I need to go. It's that one person who speaks up, speaks out, and not just in regards to, let's say, social activism or community activism. It's the person who finds their voice and discovers the person that they are capable of being. And that is very powerful, because you think about anything that's taken place. Any of our big corporations, what started small. Any of our influencers from music, arts, writing, author, started small, but it took one person to go ahead and get things together. And I can tell you point blank, on the press and media end, no, I'm not on USA Today or CNN or what have you, but I've been spaces that they haven't been. I've been able to amplify narratives that they don't, and things along those lines. And all of us out here have the potential to go ahead and amplify narratives that get overlooked, amplify people who are doing something constructive, pay attention to some of the issues that are out there that people want to sweep under the rug. So just as to varying degrees, it's something I'm doing and committing and challenging myself to continue to do with my platform. Challenge yourself with the platform that you have to do something meaningful with it, because there's too much nonsense going on for us not to use our platforms accordingly. So that's kind of some of the takeaways, but you can get your own by getting a copy. But again, this is from Quotes and Notes. So hopefully just that thing, understand that you have a platform and use it accordingly. Use it consistently. You never know where it can lead you. So before we get into a couple of things, the Love Band joined us. Hey, make sure to check them out. Awesome people doing great work in music and beyond. So it's the_love_brand on Instagram. Make sure to connect with them. And again, the other folks who are joining me on Instagram, King Flash TV, that's all together. Make sure to check him out. Joe Baby Joe, check her out. And thanks for being patient with me. Author Tori Lynn, always good to see a fellow author in the mix. Make sure to check her work out. And then Lord Infinite _DJ Agony. Make sure to check him out. So a couple of quick things are on the horizon. For those of you who are in Metro Atlanta, make sure to mark your calendar starting from tomorrow through December 4th. The Metro Atlanta chapters of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated are celebrating Founders Day, I'm a member, initiated back in the spring in 1991. Yeah, that's the explanation for the salt and pepper. But there's some great programs that are taking place. Our chapter, Pi Gamma Lambda, is the graduate chapter that's taking the lead on that. Make sure to visit their social media platforms, but you can also visit the social media platforms for Alphas of Atlanta. They have the flyers and all the info. Plug in for tomorrow as best as possible for the march on the campus of Morehouse campus. It's very reflective, peaceful, and a great tone setter. Friday's event is open to the public at gosh, I'm drawing blanks, but make sure, I know it's terrible, but make sure you check out and connect with any of the grad chapters and undergrad chapters doing really good things here in Atlanta. And that goes for just anywhere. Please connect with the chapters at Alpha Phi Alpha, wherever you're located. They're doing a combo of community events, social networking events, all across the way. So make sure to check out your local chapters. December 10th, Majority Greek Magazine is hosting their inaugural Pearly Awards. It takes place in Gwinnett County, Beaufort, Georgia, the Gwinnett Environmental and Heritage Center, 6 p.m. red carpet, 7 p.m. main event. You need to hit up majoritygreek.com to get your tickets for the event. I'm actually one of the nominees, as it's a celebration of people who are members of our Black fraternities and sororities who are doing great work across so many fields, from community, corporate, media, all that. So make sure to hit majoritygreek.com. I was about to say December 17th, the Loganville Conyers chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated hosting their Black Ice Holiday Day Party. That is going to be December 17th from 2 to 6 p.m. at a Pseudo Bar and Grill. So make sure to hit up Sigma Eta Lambda 1906 on Instagram. Make sure to check them out. And on my end, I got to give shouts to my colleagues at Fonte's Coffee. We have gone public with our coffee brand, so I don't have many left. This is the Author's Blend. You know you made it when you got a label. And of course, they pick black and gold for me. But make sure to go to Fonte's Coffee on any of your social media platforms. Make sure to go on any of my social media platforms to go ahead and get the info. Go ahead and get a bag or two for your favorite coffee drinker or what have you. And just as a note, everything will be run through Fonte's Coffee, but any order 60 or more is free shipping. So you're looking for a stocking stuffer, that can be a good one and keep you warm, at night. When it's cold outside, you might not be holding somebody, but you can grab a bag. So, gotta have some fun with stuff. But we try to just pause, like I said, for about 15 minutes or so. I know people have their share of moving parts, things are going on. And sometimes it can get frustrating and dismaying, but every once in a while we do have to pause and pump our brakes. A couple of other quick things before we wrap up. If you live in the state of Georgia, as you're aware, early voting started on Saturday. Please take advantage of that. If you are registered to vote, confirm your voting location, get it done. Please make sure you make the most informed vote by looking at the person who you feel like their decisions are designed to make the biggest positive impact on as many people as possible. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I will say this. When a candidate drops information that he doesn't want the media within 20, 30 feet of him, now, I'll just say this. You don't always have to answer a question from the media. You don't have to. But as a public official, and if you're talking about representing people, you better be used to getting microphones in, your sphere. And there's a certain candidate who I will not name who made it announced that they won't let the media within 20 or 30 feet of him. So if you're not going to talk with the media and you're running for office, you have nothing to say. And you shouldn't be running. And I'm just going to leave it there, and you can go ahead and draw your own conclusions. That's just me. But having said all those things, again, I appreciate everybody taking time to lend support, encouragement, things along those lines. You figure when I started this journey in 2017, if you had told me I've done 4 books, 5 audio books, and have, a coffee brand, and of course the merch, so shouts to 1906 Teas, I'm just saying thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you, known and unknown, who take time to lend support, lend encouragement, Every little bit helps. It really does. So again, as a reminder, stay connected with me. Add me on Facebook at the page Author, AuthorAndrew Hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at AuthorASnorton. You may email me at AuthorASnorton@gmail.com for any questions, inquiries, requests, all that type of stuff. Requests in regards to books. I had to make that clear. Some requests I might not be able to do, but I'll do what I can. Oh gosh, you have to have fun, ladies and gentlemen. And to everybody who joined me on IG, I want to shout him out again. Lord Infinite _ DJ Agony. Make sure to check him out. He's been rated the best DJ based on Best in Atlanta the last at least 2-3 years. Author Tori Lynn, make sure to check her out, doing some great work. Joe Bay, B. Joe, thank you so much. Make sure to check her out, doing some creative stuff. Kingfish TV, make sure you check him out, doing some great work. The_love_band, make sure to check them out, some great musicians. I want to give a shout to someone who just hopped on, the Evening Experience. Make sure to check them out. They're doing some creative work. Like I said, there's a lot of creative people out here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to check them out, support them, speak life into them. And in regards to speaking life, look, there's enough negative things going on. There's plenty. You get reminded of it in the news cycles. You get reminded of it based on what some people choose to share. There's some foolishness out there. And while it's okay to be aware of it, don't be consumed by it. And remember what our topic was for today. Understand that you have a platform, use it constructively and use it creatively. And when you do so, you never know the potential impact you have, because someone needs to hear or see what you're doing to be motivated, encouraged, inspired, even support you, so you're in a better position to support others. So please make sure to do those things moving forward. So for the folks that are on Facebook, we're going to get ready and wind down. Thank you so much. Please make sure to like, share. You guys know the deal. You know, if we want to provide balance, share some stuff that will create a sense of balance. So as I always try to close out, whether small or big, a victory is a victory, whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Make sure to keep it victorious. Make sure to keep it moving, not only just during this holiday season, but any season. So all of you guys take very good care. I'll look forward to seeing you guys real soon. And again, like I said before, one more time, thank you guys so much. Until next time, all of you take very good care. Continue blessings. Be safe out there.